Why is it that Jesus had to go to the Mount of Transfiguration with Moses and with the prophet Elijah? Why didn't he take Abraham with him? Why didn't he go there with Methuselah? Why didn't he go there with the prophet Isaiah or any other Old Testament biblical character? Why did he choose these two men to transfigure in front of his three disciples, which were Peter, John, and James? Have you ever thought of that? I want you to listen to the YouTube video to hear more about the reasons why Jesus Christ chose Moses and Elijah at the Mount of Transfiguration. The other question hinges around, why was it so important that Jesus Christ had to transfigure and make that bridge, join the Old Testament and the New Testament in front of his three disciples? It was so important because the disciples thought in their own sense that Jesus had come with a new doctrine. Just as the Pharisees and the Sadducees kept on thinking that Jesus was not the Son of the living God. They always used to argue about Old Testament issues, about the Torah. And Jesus would tell them specifically that he came to fulfill the law. He's not come to abolish the law or to change the law. And it was hard for them to understand because Jesus had come casting out demons. And none of their forefathers had cast out demons in the Old Testament. Jesus came to open blind eyes, and they had never actually heard of that in the Old Testament. It was so difficult for them to understand who Jesus was. Was he somebody who was bringing a new fashion to them? Was he introducing something that was taboo, that was not supposed to be because they had grown up knowing the Torah, which is the Old Testament? So Jesus had to bring clarity to that. So he had to ask the coming of Moses and Elijah. And in that combination, he had to reveal who he really was. That's why they could see the light protrude from him, from his face, from everywhere, his clothes. He had said that he was the light of the earth, but they'd not really seen how it was. So Jesus showed them at the Mount of Transfiguration. Listen to the YouTube channel of Evangelist Janet and hear more on this video. Thank you.